Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with a look at Modern Masters 2015, which I don't think a lot of people have been doing, and that is in terms of the downside to speculating on a valuable set like this, as well as looking at speculating long-term on a set like this, my thoughts on it. So I'll start off with a real-world story, speculating on Modern Masters 2015. People have been watching my videos. I've made plenty of speculation videos. I recommended people sell X, Y, and Z, potentially do X, Y, and Z, maybe not as directly as people like MTG Lion, but I do try to give some advice based kind of on my perspective. So if you took a hit at all because of my advice, well, you're not the only one. I also took a hit speculating on Modern Masters 2015. What do I mean by that? My Goblin guides, I had quite a few, which I had been holding on to, especially as the price started rising. I got them for maybe $5 a piece back when they were standard, and they've risen. So I said, now's a good time. They're going to almost definitely be reprinted in Modern Masters 2015, and then they're going to plummet. Was I right? No, I was wrong. In fact, I was wrong along with a lot of other people who had been getting rid of theirs, and the price had been trending downwards. Boom. End of April, the whole set's revealed. Voila, his price shoots back up and has been slowly on the rise to mid-range of about 25, which is, well, $25 for a one drop in red is pretty insane. Really crazy. Aven Mind Sensor was another one I got rid of several copies for the same reason. Has to be reprinted, right? Well, his price actually stayed pretty steady. Not much of a dip. But I think it's because people see it even more likely him being printed soon, and he's also an uncommon, whereas Goblin Guide interacts very well with land-related mechanics, land-related stuff, so I could definitely see Goblin Guide coming back into battle for Zendikar, but even Mind Sensor could really be anywhere. It could even just be in Origins, and since it's at uncommon, chances are it'll be printed again at uncommon, flood the market. I can see why people are not hyping up or potentially holding on to theirs. But what it tells you is that when you are looking at a set, these are two cards which I was very certain about. I even got rid of a foil ensnaring bridge for the same reason. That wasn't printed again. These cards are ones which appear to be obvious, appear to be reprinted, and they weren't. So I took a brunt hit because of that. In the even short term, in the next 6 months, I think these cards will be reprinted, 6 to 12 months. They probably will be reprinted, so I'm not overly worried about taking such a massive hit, and of course I picked them up when they were cheaper, so I'm not overly concerned. But this basically underlines a point that no matter how close you think you are to speculating, no matter how obvious a card appears, it's not something that when you're speculating on a set like this, that it's really worth going all the way for. You got to be careful with your speculation, and for me, every time I mess up speculation, as I have for my biggest mess up personally was Vendilion Clique, in terms of just how far it would go with Modern in price range and in terms of interest. But yeah, I mean, these are things you really have to keep in mind when you're speculating, that cards which appear obvious aren't always going to be reprinted, and it can come back to bite you. When you speculate on these cards going forward, and when I speculate going forward, hopefully we'll have a bit of a lesson from these examples, and we'll be a little bit more careful not to throw ourselves all the way in, as well as to just be mindful that some things don't just go out the way we plan them to. And part of this leads into, well, okay, Modern Masters 2015, what about going forward? Should I just buy a box and hold on to it? Because if you look back at the Modern Masters 2013, I guess, the booster boxes are over $400 at retail. It's hard to find them for under, I don't know, 400, under 350. I think 430 is actually within range, a reasonable range. Individual packs have been rising from MSRP. So the question is, should I just buy them now, since you can get Modern Masters boxes for under 300? You can get packs for, well, it's $12 here, but I've seen packs for $8, $9. So the question is, should I be picking these up and holding on to them? Because we know it's such a lottery, and just because Darium CCG and Mr. Blue Lubufu have opened foil Tarmogoyfs and stuff like that, most people will be disappointed, I think, when they open their packs in terms of what they pull value-wise for the amount of money they're putting in. So would you really want to lottery packs if you're looking at it in terms of more of an investment point of view? And the answer is, of course not. You don't just open packs for the sake of opening packs. That's usually a bad idea. For Modern Masters 2015, it didn't look like as good a draft environment as Modern Masters, the first Modern Masters, but it still seemed like something that could be a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend, if you guys want to pick up these packs to draft, go for it. Definitely go for it. That's what packs are for. That's what they've been designed to do. If you're looking at them in terms of keeping them, in terms of just opening them to try to open stuff, very bad idea. Holding on to them is usually what people would recommend. The concerning point I have is that these are made out of different materials than the normal Magic the Gathering packs, which are made of this, not saran wrap, but like a sealed plastic vacuum wrap. These packs are not made of that material. They don't have the same sealing. They don't have the same longevity, I think, as cardboard. And I'd be very sad if I invested a lot of money in these packs, only to find that 5 years from now, water dampness or something got through the packs, or that the cards via being shaken. I would be sad if the cards were damaged, if the packs were damaged, and I think that there's a good chance that these packs will not have the same promising longevity that the plastic wraps have. For me, I'm not going to sink money and invest in these long term, buy a box and wait on it for 5 years, 3 years even. I think that's a bit risky, and I think it's a bit that's not exactly the best investment opportunity. If anything, it's probably better also in terms of just overall value to get Modern Masters 1 as a box. It's willing to get an extra $100-ish, but have something that's sealed, really sealed. I think that is probably a safer long-term speculation bet. I'm really nervous about the packaging. It's too new to say, but I'd be very nervous about trying to store these long-term. If you guys are planning to store these long-term, definitely let me know what your plans are in terms of doing so, in terms of the value that you see in them long-term. And always be careful about your investments. Let me know what you guys think about both these points down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Rocks a Box and 90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.